Well, it's still here. I'll get through them all.
I don't know. I may have ended up on the floor down there. Hi, I'm Lane. I was thinking through these stories that last time I did this was Mother's Day, and my mom was sitting right there. And I was a little more nervous. This is a fun story, but I got to go back to the basic beginning. I have to at least mention that when I was very young, I had very blonde hair and very bright blue eyes. Thank God I still have bright blue eyes. But in 1985 or so, I certainly wasn't inexperienced, but I don't know if I've really been infatuated with any particular girl. Like most guys, I was just kind of chasing any girl who paid attention to me. But I was working at a game room, and since we're name dropping places, Starship Fantasy out on the west side, it was the game room to go to on any given night. Man, everything was happening there till 2 in the morning. And there was one girl who hung out there all the time, as if she had nowhere to go. And she was 19, I think I was 20, 21. And it started happening, that infatuation. She had the things I wanted in a lot of ways. She, long legs, because I'm short and she's about 4 inches taller than me. She liked playing video games. She drove a truck. I always said I would marry a person that had a stick shift, a woman who knew how to drive a stick shift. I did, but not her. Anyway, so it went on for a while. I mean, I could describe so many things, particularly driving across country by myself to take a car to my sister in Massachusetts, the whole way there. All over the car, poster photographs of her. And one in particular still sticks in my mind. Her in her high school marching band outfit, the cowboy hat on, and she's smiling, and oh man, that smile, it was just, it took a while to get, for one, she was dating some other guy, so I had to wait for him to kind of go away. But he was the boyfriend up until about 11 o'clock. And then he'd go home, and I was the boyfriend for the night. Things started to get a little bit more interesting in the sense of, and I should tell you though, a few things about her. For one, she was 19 years old, yeah, I think I mentioned that, and of course, she was a virgin. I didn't get the ah kind of thing. 19, I thought that meant like extra virgin, but anyway. But it could be that she had, well, 2 large, gorgeous parents that were very religious and very strict and could have led to that chastity, so to speak. But one way or the other, one night, after cruising around, smoking cigarettes, this was our dating routine. Driving around all night in her little truck, shifting gears, smoking cigarettes. In fact, I learned to smoke a lot. If you saw me during break, that was me out there, and this could be where I learned the whole thing. But anyway, smoking cigarettes and listening to Debbie Gibson, Bon Jovi. It's 1985. This is it. We end up back at that game room. It's closed down. And I remember, though, always being a little bit afraid of her. In fact, she's bigger than me, tough as nails. I had a poem that I still know the first line to. It's this. If I kiss you, will you hit me? If you love me, will you lie? It might have worked, because that night it was kind of working. After that first kiss or two, let's just say I didn't get hit, and things were working pretty well. We're making out on a pool table. I got my hands on her large Nike high tops, because it's 1985 and everyone had Nike high tops. And it was going, and I suddenly had this weird, noble thought that this isn't the right thing to do. Like, well, I really do care about her. This could be something. And maybe since it's taken so long to get to this moment, maybe the right thing to do is not on a pool table. Maybe give it a day or two. Maybe it'll be something we remember a little bit more. And so I put on the brakes. I did. I still, it wasn't a moral decision. It really wasn't. I would be happy to, but on the other hand, I just thought it was the best decision at the time. Maybe she didn't think that way, because the following night or so, she went to Flagstaff with a Mexican young man who was quite handsome, and fast forward quite a bit. I was out of scene fast. Really fast. In fact, she's pregnant within a few months of this. And she's dating Antonio Banderas. In fact, well, it wasn't him. The Vince Vaughn story, let's not go there. But she has to follow these protocols with parents, and marriage is planned, man. I remember almost going to that wedding too, making up a whole song right there. Nah, the side, and it all went well. It went to a statistical probability. 1 year later, they're divorced. Oh yeah, it could have something to do with Antonio Banderas' habit of shaving his head and liking to kick holes in the ceiling. He was apparently, of course, 1985 Karate Kid. He was practicing or something, but anyway. That year later, I kind of moved on. Infatuation, as someone said earlier, package deal. Yeah, I wasn't sure, but I did get invited over to visit by the two parents. And I wanted, though, to go see if the rumor was true. See, in the neighborhood, down at the video game place, the rumor had gotten out, and I had to go see if it was true. So I showed up. I'm being friendly, and sure enough, oh, it's real true. That baby has blonde hair and blue eyes, just like me. And the neighborhood gossip was that wasn't Antonio Banderas' baby. And only two of us knew for sure that was his baby. And I think of that moment a lot, that I made the right decision. I wouldn't be standing here, I think, if I'd done anything different that night, in particular for tonight. My eldest son, it's his birthday. He's a Valentine's baby. Aww. He was born with blonde hair and blue eyes, and he's definitely mine. Thank you so much, Deb. You guys have a good night.